Traders, Gary Wagner here. Just before noon in Honolulu, 6 o'clock in New York. It is Wednesday, May 23rd, 2018, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. And what an interesting day we have had. Gold closed up moderately, closing at $12.93. It's a couple dollar gain, but that in light of an extremely strong U.S. dollar. Silver trades lower today, off by about 10 cents at $16.47. And as I said, dollar gaining strength, up 37 points at 93.90. A respectable recovery in the Dow, which was trading approximately 160 points lower before Fed minutes were released, closing up 52 points at 24,886. And Bitcoin dropped tremendously, losing well over $600, 76.05 and 75.60 in the CME and CBOE futures exchanges. Gold is trading fractionally higher today, currently up about $1.20 at $1,293.20. We did send out a special trade alert this morning recommending the initiation of long positions in gold as well as a stop. We'll cover that, of course, in detail as we look at some of our technical studies. To give you some indication of what we have seen this morning, we need to look at a short-term chart. In this case, we are looking at a 5-minute chart. Look at the activity from overseas going into the release of the report and then the subsequent pop following the release of Fed minutes this morning. In trading overseas last night, we did have a quite interesting rally, actually taking gold to about $12.98. But as the market opened in New York, we had already seen the market softening a little bit, moving to a lower high, and then right before the minutes were released, and it was released at 8 o'clock here in Hawaii, which corresponds to 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the market was trading roughly at $12.88, $12.89. This is the actual candle immediately following the release of the minutes. We sent out a special trade alert right as the minutes were being released, and then one about a minute later recommending the initiation of long positions. Traders taking the call got in roughly at $12.89 and could have gotten in as high as $12.90 because we did have a fairly fast market. The market is above that and currently stable at $1,293 per ounce. Therefore, traders, my recommendation is to maintain our current long position. We also made a recommendation to place our stops just at $12.84 to account for recent lows in the market, and if we are truly looking at the potential bottom of this recent correction, that stop should hold quite eloquently. And traders, the move off of the lows today gives more technical support to the fact that the correction that began at around $1,370 and broke prices well below $1,300 has in fact concluded. If that is correct, it builds a stronger case to what we have been talking about recently in terms of a long-term pattern in gold that is formed by a series of higher lows and a flat top. This pattern is simply called an ascending triangle. And if that is the case, we are very close to the apex of the triangle, this being the final E wave down, and what should follow is simply called a thrust, and a thrust is the point in time in which we have our final move to actually break above this critical resistance area at about 1370. And traders, as far as silver goes, we did omit that from today's buy signal in gold. The rationale is obvious when we look at our daily chart. Silver actually closed down by about 10 cents today, although it was opening above the 50-day moving average. It closed well below that, and that indicated to me a return towards the lower end of the trading range that silver has been caught in. And traders, lastly, a quick look at Bitcoin futures under tremendous pressure today. losing about $600 in trading, closing at 75.60. If you recall from yesterday's show, we were looking for a further decline in prices. However, our target, which was sitting at approximately 7,700, was not only hit, but taken out as this market drifted lower. Our target has now been revised to 7,200 per single Bitcoin. Traders, we handled our trade alert a little bit different from most of our trade alerts, very similar to the last trade that we put on, because it came in conjunction with Fed action. In the case of today, it was the minutes being released. And we immediately saw that there was some momentum to the upside as soon as those minutes were released. We sent out notification as to how to act prior, and within a minute of the release sent out our trade alert. We are currently long, and we are long from about 89, 88, 89. Markets close at 93, so we have a little bit of cushion on that and a very, very effective stop that's very tight, limiting our risk. We'll see how this turns out in the days ahead. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.